Hi guys, this is Rara Coco. So there is a lot of confusion. Did the Farnsworth group attempted to do a hostile takeover of the BBIG company? Did the BBIG company's management got pissed off at the Farnsworth group? You know, what is really going on? If you really like to know what happened, please watch this video. This is going to be a long video and it's going to be a detailed information. Um, First and foremost, what is a hostile takeover? You know, the term hostile takeover refers to the acquisition of one company by another company corporation against the wishes of the former company. So the company being acquired in a hostile takeover is called the target company, which is BBIG, right? While the executing the takeover is called the acquirer. So the acquirer should be the Farnsworth group. Okay. In hostile takeover, the acquirer goes directly to the company's shareholders or fights to replace the management to get acquisition approved. Approval of a hostile takeover is generally completed through either tender offer of a proxy fight. So how can there be a hostile takeover when there is no proxy fight, when there is no intention indicating, hey, we're going to buy your company, right? Unless they're doing in a silent or they are in preparation. That could be it, okay? But a hostile takeover occurs when an acquiring company attempts to take over a target company against the wishes of a target company's management. An acquiring company can achieve a hostile takeover by directly to the target company's shareholders or fighting to replace its management. All right, there's some shuffling of management. Okay, that could be true. Hostile takeovers may take place if a company believes a target is undervalued or when activist shareholders want changes in a company, which is BBIG is actually undervalued right now. So whoever's going to purchase this company is actually going to make a lot of money in the future. And this is what other people don't understand. And that's why I'm buying lots and lots of shares of BBIG at a lower price now. It's because the future is so bright on BBIG. Yeah, we're in a recession, but there's going to be a big turnaround. When there's going to be a big turnaround or boom, BBIG company is one of them that's going to be benefited and one of them that's going to boom price-wise. A tender offer and a proxy fight are two methods in achieving a hostile takeover. We haven't seen any filing if there is a purchase that needs to happen. We didn't get that. Target companies can use certain defenses such as the poison pill or golden parachute towards of hostile takeovers. So the Farnsworth Group and the BBIG target BBIG management can use the poison pill or the golden parachute as a defense. And I will tell you more about that, okay? But first is we need to understand what's a hostile takeovers. Factors playing into hostile takeover from the acquisition side often coincide with those of any other takeovers, such as believing the company may be significantly undervalued or wanting access to a company's brand's operation, technology, or industry foothold. Hostile takeovers may also be strategic moves by activist investors. Maybe Ted Farnsworth, maybe Lisa, who knows? Looking to effect change on a company operations. The target company management does not approve of the deal, which could be in a hostile takeover. This type of bid occurs when an entity attempts to take control of a firm without the consent of cooperations of the target firms, which is the BBIG management, which is the board of directors. In lieu of the target's company's board approval, The would-be acquirer may then issue a tender offer. Employee a proxy fight, attempts to buy the necessary company stock in the open market. And what's going to happen to the price of BBIG then? Then it will go up. I'm telling you, there's a lot of benefits of anything that's happening right now in BBIG. It's a benefit for the future. It may not act now, but I see that. I see people wanting BBIG, wanted to own BBIG. When a company investors or group of investors makes a tender offer to purchase the shares of another company at a premium or above the current market value, the board of directors may reject the offer. The acquirer can approach the shareholders who may accept the offer if it is sufficient premium to market value or if they are happy with the current management. There's also the Williams Act of 1968, which regulates tender offers and requires the disclosure of cash tenders offers. So we have not received any of those offers. We have not received anything that they are attempting to purchase, right? So defending against the hostile takeover. To deter the unwanted takeover, the target company's management may have preemptive defense in place, or it may employ reactive defense to fight back. What is differential voting rights? This is to protect against hostile takeovers. A company can establish a stock with differential voting rights where some shares carry greater voting power than others. This can make it more difficult to generate the votes needed for a hostile takeover. If management owns a large enough portion of shares with more voting powers, shares with less voting power also commonly pay a higher dividend, which can make them more attractive for investments. The Employee Stock Ownership Program. What is that all about? During hostile takeover, this is an establishing an employee stock ownership program involves using a tax qualified plan in which employees own a substantial interest in the company. Employees may be more likely to vote with management. As such, this can be a very successful defense. So if we don't want to sell BBIG, this could be our defense. Or if we want to sell BBIG because it will benefit BBIG, who knows? I'm just presenting all of this information to you, and you can come out with a conclusion. Now, there's another defense they called crown jewel. In a crown jewel defense, a provision of the company's bylaws requires the sale of the most valuable assets. If there is a hostile takeover, thereby making it less attractive as a takeover opportunity, this is often considered one of the last line of defense. Now, you can also use, if you don't want to do any hostile takeover, there is also what you call a poison pill defense. This defense tactic is officially known as a shareholder rights plan. This one, number 7, poison pill. The defense tactic of officially known as the shareholder rights plan. What does it do? Well, let's review it. It allows existing shareholders to buy newly issued stock at a discount if one shareholder has bought more than a stipulated percentage of the stock, resulting in dilution of the ownership interest of acquiring company. The buyer who triggered the defense, usually acquiring company, is excluded from the discount. The term poison pill is often used broadly to include a range of defense, including issuing additional debt, which aims to make the target less attractive, and stock options employees that vest upon a merger. So, whoever is targeting BBIG, if there is, they can do this and acquiring more debts and offer dilutions, things like that. That's just another defense. I'm presenting this information, you come out with a conclusion. There are also other strategies. Sometimes company management will defend against unwanted hostile takeovers by using several controversial strategies, such as the people poison pill, a golden parachute, or the Pac-Man defense. A people poison pill provides for the resignation of key personnel in the case of hostile takeover, while the golden parachute involves granting members of the target execute team with benefits, bonuses, severance pay, stock options, among others, if they are ever terminated as a result of takeover. That is another defense, which is very smart. There's another one, the Pac-Man defense. This is one of my favorite. Not the boxer, but it's my favorite because of the Pac-Man defense. Has the target company aggressively buy stock in the company attempting the takeover? Again, Pac-Man defense. The target company, which is BBIG, aggressively buying stocks in the company attempting the takeover. So the more shares that they have, the less chances of a takeover. What are the hostile takeovers examples? Okay, can be difficult and lengthy process, but in attempt to often end up unsuccessful. For example, billionaire activist investor Carl Icahn. He attempted 3 separate bids to acquire household goods giant Clorox in 2011, which rejected each one and introduced a new shareholder rights plan in defense. The Clorox board even sidelined Icahn proxy fight efforts, and the attempt ultimately ended in a few months with no takeover. That can be used by BBIG company or the management if you don't want to do the takeover. Or do we want to do the takeover? Because you decide which one is going to be benefit the shareholders the most, right? How is the hostile takeover done? The ways to take over another company included the tender offer, that's one. The proxy fight, that's 2. And purchasing stock on the open market. So guys, things can happen, right? All of a sudden, you'll see BBIG prices going up. It's because there are things that they are doing. So this is very interesting that, they want to do a takeover, or maybe not. A proxy fight aims to replace a good portions of the target uncooperative board members. An acquirer may also choose to simply buy enough company stock in the open market to take control. And that can happen. How can management preempt a hostile takeover? One of the ways to prevent hostile takeovers is to establish stocks with differential voting rights, like establishing a share class with fewer voting rights and a higher dividend. This share become an attractive investment, making it harder to generate the votes needed for a hostile takeover, especially if management owns a lot of shares with more voting rights. Companies may also establish an employee stock ownership program. allows employees to own substantial interest in the company. This opens the doors for employees to vote with management, making it a fairly successful defense against being acquired. Again, the question is, are they really acquiring BBIG? Or there's just a big misunderstanding? Who knows? We will know more. We will know more. What are the, we will know more. So with regards to, this, it's just pretty much, it is what it is, right? So what is a poison pill? This is a poison pill, which is officially known as a shareholder rights plan. It's a common defense against a hostile takeover. There are two types of poison pill defense: the flip and flip over. A flip in allows existing shareholders to buy new stock at a discount if someone accumulates a specified number of shares of the target company. The acquiring company is excluded from the sale and its ownership interest becomes diluted. A flip over is a strategy allows the target company's shareholders to purchase the acquiring company's stock at a deeply discounted price if the takeover goes through, which punishes the acquiring company by diluting its equity. So what are the other defense to a hostile takeover? Companies can use the crown jewel defense, golden parachute, and the Pac-Man defense to defend themselves against the hostile takeover. In a crown jewel defense, a company bylaws require its most valuable asset to be sold in the event of takeover. This can make the company less desirable to the acquirer. A golden parachute provides the top executives of the target with a substantial benefits when the takeover is completed, which can deter acquirers. A Pac-Man defense involves in the target company turning the tables and aggressively purchasing shares in the acquired company. So guys, you decide, did the Ted Farnsworth Group attempted to purchase this company? Was there an offer? Was there all of that? So far, I haven't seen any of this information. Are they doing it in a down low? That is possible. But right now, we don't have any evidence of anything that the Farnsworth Group made an attempt to really purchase BBIG. And according to the company, which is the board of trustees for BBIG, thwart. I mean, what is that all about? So there is still a massive confusion. There is still a massive information that we need to know. Guys, my name is Rara Coco. This is your quick update with regards to ticker symbol BBIG with regards to the takeover. I present the information. You come out with a conclusion. My name is Rara Coco. May you have love, peace, prosperity, and good health be with you all. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.